Hello everybody, this is a video for Wednesday, 4/8, April 8th. Um, I'm wrapped here in my Snuggie, even though it's been a fairly warm day out, and I'm going to go over the qualitative research section to the full sample essay that I just put up on BBLearn. I used the same essay as I did for the last sample that you saw, which was just the literature review and the intro, because I thought this is an example of a really great paper from a group that did a great job last semester. So it's a model of what to do well. And so a quick word about the attendance question today. It was what character class would you be in an RPG game? Maybe some of you, if you're geeks like me, had a ready answer to that and you just launched into a great description, which is great. Maybe some of you, maybe a lot of you were like, I don't know what that means, but Eric, you're an even bigger geek than I had thought, and I already thought you were a geek, which is fine too. Hopefully that link gave you a bit of an explanation. Context is that I started some Dungeons & Dragons with two of my roommates. I am the Dungeon Master. This is my first experience with doing that, so if any one of you is a D&D fan, please feel free to email me your advice for what a good Dungeon Master should do, because I need some advice. Pause this video, download that example, and we'll take a quick look, just a quick look, at the third section of this sample, subtitled by this group, Our Research, on page 8. Okay, here we are. Our Research on page 8 starts at the bottom of the page. Our first sentence here: to gain more knowledge about the situation regarding the tamarisk and willow flycatcher, our group conducted an interview with Mary Ann McLeod, a biologist for an organization called SWCA. So clear topic sentence there. And in the next sentence, they explain why they chose to do an interview. They enjoyed the ability to ask specific questions to an expert to fill in the gaps that their research and their source gathering was not able to answer. So that is the good thing about an interview, is that you get to just ask somebody the questions that you weren't able to find a source for. A lot of you may have chosen to do the survey, and that's totally cool too. Surveys are a really great way to gather information from a lot of people. Okay, so they're giving more context, explaining what the SWCA is, which is great. So they're not just launching into this interview with somebody whom they claim is a biologist. They're telling me, their reader, what I need to know to be able to trust this information here. And then in the next couple paragraphs on, they say, our interview began with a discussion about the specific needs of the willow flycatcher. Mary Ann explained to us, the one criticism I would say there is that you should always use the person's last name. So McLeod, they should have said McLeod or Dr. McLeod if they have a doctorate, explained to us the desired breeding habitat for the small bird, thick green wet vegetation. So this group chose to do the prompt involving the Big Gorge River, so maybe some of you are familiar with that. Some of you are not doing that, and that's totally fine. This is still a good model of how to talk about your interview. And then this person's filling them in on some specific information about what habitats this person likes to, or not this person, this bird person likes to live in. They quote the person later on, but you see that they don't just do like a script form. They're integrating this person's answers with the questions, and then they have one or two quotations along the way. So this section is what, 2 pages, a little bit less than 2 pages because there's that image there, and that's totally fine. Their lit review took up a lot of the word count. You see down in the bottom left, if you're using Microsoft Word here, the full word count is 3,700 words, which is a lot, and it's actually more than the word count window officially is. You don't have to have a CRP that's that long. Just throwing that out there. Okay, and that's all I'll talk about for this video. I'll leave it at about a 5-minute video. We'll talk more specifically about the conclusion and the proposal on Thursday. And with that, send me your D&D advice if you're if you're a D&D geek. Otherwise, I hope you have a lovely day, and as always, reach out to me if you have any question about school things or any concern about anything. I am I'm here for you.